Welcome back, fam. It's been a while. It's been over a month and I had to come out with my full in-depth review now that I skated the POWELL PERALTA Dragons for over a month now. So before we get into anything, I do have to shout out Jason Acuna, man. Wee man. We got the T from back in the day. Big brother, what's up? First off, directly, if you haven't seen the original video, now this is the follow-up video, go check that out. I'll probably put the link down below. But I do have to talk about this because it is an incredible wheel. I will say this is a perfect wheel for an all-around skateboarder, meaning you're not just skating street, you're skating both vert as well. This is where it definitely comes down to skate parks. If you're hitting up a bunch of skate parks, this is the wheel for you. Every time I skate these, people do ask questions about them. Once they feel them, seeing is believing. Remember, seeing is believing, but feeling is even better. I will have to say, it's hard to even talk about this without saying just try it out. Get on a board with them because it is a problem to describe the feeling of them, but I will try my best in this case. First off, as this cardboard paper from the wheels even state, is that it's a versatile wheel to begin with. Just putting bearings into the wheel itself is super easy. I've had some wheels so difficult to put bearings in that I had to lube them up before with some speed cream, but in this case, bearings pop in so easy. And this is where it comes down to the first feel of stepping on that board after the wheel exchange. And just like I felt, it was almost like riding on a longboard wheel. The same kind of feeling that I originally, with a Sector 9 board or something like that, you literally just go. It did feel way different compared to what I'm used to. And considering this is a 93A and a 56 millimeter, a lot of the reviews I see are either for the 52, 54, or the V4 54. And in this case, this is a 56 millimeter version 6. As you see, yes, a month has gone by and I've actually switched out my deck. So this is actually a unified deck from Unified Skate Shop. Is are in Canoga Park. Go check them out in San Fernando Valley near Los Angeles. If you're skater owned and operated by Marco Sharko. If you know Sugar Skateboards, then you know Marco. Currently, they're sitting on some Ace trucks. If you know, you know. Going into more depth with what I was explaining is that the smoothness of the ride alone makes this worthwhile. Now, that smoothness does not equal the flatness or the levelness of the ground. And this is where the insaneness part of this whole thing comes down to it, is that even when the ground is rough and almost unrideable, these prevail. Not only that, but the gripping of the ground is A1. It is somehow also slick in comparison, and that's where the weirdness comes in. It's a soft yet hard wheel in the way it acts. And definitely a big one that a lot of people go over is that the way that they slide is incredible for how they feel. You wouldn't expect the wheel to do that. And going into the wheel itself on slides is that my friend was running Rictas and they flat spotted crazy. I hear flat spots all the time at the skate park. You see someone skating, you hear a flat spot, you know what happened. And in this case, these did not flat spot. I never even got a chip on them. And that pretty much depends on the parks you're going to, and as well as the ground that you're primarily skating, as well as the height that you're jumping at. And the thing is, as me being a progression skater, meaning every time I go skate, I need to do at least a new trick or a new obstacle or something new. I have to. That is what I have set my bar up, is that every time I go, it is a new trick. Like right here, I set out to do this bank to flat top, 50-50, and I had to pop out. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. I know a lot of people like to kind of ride out, but I need to pop out. I need to extend that ollie. And in this case, these worked so good. I was so happy to do it, because comparing getting over the mindset of doing that trick, it's the speed in which you need to get. And in this case, these don't need that much of a push. These will go. And that's why getting into tricks is so much easier in the fact that you got the wheels. And going into the speed, this is a Euro gap that for a long time I had my Formula 4s. I couldn't do it. I just needed one push, getting over that quarter pipe, first off that A-frame, and then right into the Euro gap. And I loved the way they felt landing onto that too. That's the thing. A lot of tricks were not so much harder, but the way you landed and the way you felt, these almost shock absorb you, that I can only explain as a longboard wheel. And that's the crazy part about it, is I don't know how much more to explain, is that seeing is believing again, but feeling is even better. So I wish I can go into way more detail, going into percentages and star ratings and everything, but I will have to say this is an all-around skate wheel. And if you haven't picked one up for yourself just to try it, I will say that yes, my Formula 4s are still waiting for me. I have them set on another deck. They are a go-to for me. Spitfire Formula 4s. But these dragons perform so good that it's hard for me to really choose. Remember, this is just another weapon in the arsenal of skating. And what I mean by that is the different types of trucks you can get, the different types of hardware you can get, the different types of bearings you can get, the different types of wheels, even into the grip tape you can get. It's just another piece to make it so you can progress the way you want to progress. If you progress slow, if you progress fast, that is the way it is. And that's what this is so much fun, to try out a new and somewhat crazy idea here, that you can have a soft and hard wheel and have the benefits of both at the same time. And now to sum this all up, to really see this come to fruition, first off of word of mouth, and then to see the hype that was going on, and to actually feel them in person, it goes around in full circle. And I have to say, you gotta try them. You gotta see for yourself, because if you haven't picked them up, I say pick them up. Go try them out, because they are mind-blowing. The experience alone is worth the $45. And with that, I just gotta say thank you again for watching. This was Mick.